George Whittam for Whittam's World. I thought I was done, but then I ran into an old buddy here I've seen many times. He's always got cool stuff, and that's Jonathan Little from Little Labs. But usually you've got a lot of variety of things. Today you're focusing on one particular product. Tell us what you got today.
Well, it's a Little Labs Monitor, and it's a very unique headphone amp. It was designed for the pro world, but it's a totally audiophile headphone amp, and a very unique design, and it has a clarity that is remarkable, and I'll put it up against any other headphone amp on the market, whether it's an audiophile or pro models. It's really unique, and I can get into some of the secrets of what makes it special. The circuitry, what makes it unique, is that every headphone amp out there has at least 3 active stages in it. It has a buffer stage in the beginning, and when you first connect to it, there's a buffer, and if there's a balanced to unbalanced active stage, and then there's a potentiometer, then there's another buffer, and then there's a drive stage. And what's unique about this headphone amp is it remains completely passive and only has a single drive stage on the output. So it remains completely balanced to the till it hits that drive stage. Sorry about the funny noises coming from next door. But what makes that unique is that, as like if people are used to using a microphone preamplifier, you'll find that at a certain gain, an amplifier will sound more lively. It'll just have more life to it, and there's not a simple explanation for that, but like for instance, usually something at a unity gain doesn't have a lot of life to it. And if you have 3 separate stages, you'll end up with way too much gain. But by keeping it completely passive and completely balanced from the input to the final drive stage using only a single amplifier stage, we're able to drive that stage at a gain that's in its happy place.
So it has a lot of life. Awesome.
So yeah, it sounds really good. Now there's other unique features on it too, like there's as a pro, you want to hear things and be able to hear things in mono. For mono compatibility, you want to be able to hear phase problems with things, and we have you have stereo reverse, and I like stereo reverse because I like to listen to something and then flip the stereo image to hear if one of my ears has too much wax in it, for example. So it sounds the same. Then you can put it in mono left plus right, which sums the 2 channels together. Or you can have it in mono left, which is just mono left in both ears, or mono right in both ears. But what's really unique is we have mono left minus right, which cancels out everything that's in phase, and the only thing you hear is what's out of phase. And that's very useful because a phase meter will show you something's out of phase, but you don't know what is out of phase. But it should also be pointed out there's 4 jacks on the front, 2 mini and 2 large. The 2 minis on one, the large and the mini on the left are powered by a completely separate amp than the large and mini on the right. So you can run easily up to 4 pairs of headphones off the unit. The list price is $600. The street price is $540, and it's an exceptional value if you look at it compared to some of these audiophile headphone amps that cost thousands of dollars, and this will hands down beat it. But it's pro use. You can find them at Sweetwater Sound, you can find them at Vintage King, you can find them at B&H Photo, you can find them at pretty much any pro audio dealer is carrying it.
Fantastic, man. Yeah. Congratulations, Jonathan. Always a pleasure seeing you, man. Congrats on the new product.
Thank you, George.
George Whittam for Whittam's World, signing off from NAMM Show 2017.
Yeah.